Good Wednesday morning. It is the 5th of March, 2025. We've been talking about a potential severe threat today. I don't see a big threat, but there is a chance for some strong winds, possibly some hail, especially in the evening storms if they materialize. Two things I'm noting about this. One, the swell line is moving west to east. That tends to break up as it comes into Loudoun County and then kind of reform towards the eastern part. So maybe the western side gets kind of spared and maybe the eastern side gets it re-energized. That's according to this model, which I'm about to go through here. This is the NAM. This is the latest version model update. So it's the latest outcome here of these are short range models. They're much more highly, the grid is much higher, so you get more details as you go through it. So that's why we look at it. So here we go. Let's just go through the day. It does look like we'll have some rain around midday. Some, stronger showers. I don't think there'll necessarily be thunderstorms. There could be in this first line of showers. This started looking really impressive yesterday afternoon, and it's really backed off here on the latest models. So breezy, yes. I mean, the isobars are packed close together here today, so this will help to bring up some breezes, and then these showers could mix something down to the surface. You see, as I mentioned, they're starting to form a little stronger as they head east of Loudoun. Won't be surprised to see some of these. These are looking a little suspicious here. And what I mean by that is there is a lot of spin in the atmosphere. I'll actually show you on what's called a hodograph outlook here. And what we're looking for, potential for supercells, which are rotating thunderstorms. And, of course, those could cause tornadoes. And what you're looking for is kind of like these arc kind of looks, these cells. Sometimes these arc cells can produce a little bit of a twist off the backside. I don't think there's a strong chance that's going to happen today. But rotating thunderstorms does seem possible. So, of course, we're watching that. And the other big risk is the upper atmosphere is really cold, especially this evening as a cold pool moves in. So these added thunderstorms after 5, 6 p.m., this line here, this is the one that could potentially have some hail. It's showing here on the short-range model, maybe northern parts of the area, so we'll have to look. Again, I'm not saying this is going to come true or this is going to be exactly what it looks like. This is just one of the models. So let's look at another short-range model. So again, you're looking at the time frame up here. So this is showing this morning. Here come the showers. And it's showing here the showers could be here by 10 in the morning. So yeah, there's the chance that some showers will come through. And then here's a stronger line now. Unlike the NAM, the HRR is showing a really strong line here of probably just very heavy rain, maybe some wind as this comes across. It's also a little bit of different trajectory of, southwest and northeast, kind of slightly. This squall line is likely to be very windy and gusty. I don't know if one is going to be severe, but it will come through. You see more heavy rain off of it. This would be good. We need the rain really bad, so hopefully we get the rain from the system. Then the second line, the one that we're watching later in the day, this is the line that potentially could have some hail in it, but, it doesn't look all that impressive here on the HRR, which is another forecast model map. And maybe some more showers as the front kind of finally comes through. So nothing too bad later. That line earlier this morning, or, around noontime, looks like around 1 p.m. And by the way, that's pretty consistent because this has been showing about 1 p.m. every day. This will be very breezy, so we'll have to watch radar and see if this does, come about. Just because the models show it doesn't mean it's going to happen. So it's just something to watch. And there'll be some heavy rain and maybe some showers this evening. And we'll have to watch for any, potential for hail. Anyway, that's a quick outlook here from the model perspective. So when looking at the severe threat, it's definitely stronger south of us, south and southeast. This is an enhanced region here, an enhanced chance of severe storms. Would not be surprised to see severe thunderstorm watches and tornado watches come up in this enhanced area just because the twist is pretty strong. I didn't show you on the model. And here's the tornado threat, and we've got it up to 5% here in southeast areas. I know that there is currently going to be a tornado watch up for South Carolina, and maybe up into North Carolina and south of that. So something to watch this morning if you have friends and stuff down in the South Carolina and eastern North Carolina area, definitely. This is the hail threat. Honestly, this came back some, so maybe this is not quite as bad as it was before. And the wind threat, probably our biggest is the wind. A pretty good chance of heavy or strong winds in southeast Virginia down into the Carolinas. For us, it's about a 15% chance. So I think gusty winds would be the biggest thing. They may just be normal gusty winds. Reading the synopsis overall, Virginia south of Florida. This is that bigger line that we're worried about with the instability and the scary side of things. You can see this off the SBC site if you want. This is off Pivotal that I'm looking at it. So that's kind of what the deal is and why they're concerned overall with the severe weather. And again, not for our area, but here is the tornado watch. Very large area under tornado watch. Watching out for twisting storms as they move into central and eastern Carolinas. I would not be surprised if a follow-up tornado watch gets issued here further east for later today. Maybe into southeast Virginia, we'll have to see. So what's going on in the atmosphere, if you want to know more, and obviously I know this is a long discussion, so bear with me if you're interested in this point. This is just extra details. Okay, so we're back to the forecast models. And what we're looking for is there's something called a hodograph, or an upper level kind of air, looking at what's going on with the system. And what you're looking for is this is showing the wind as you go up in the atmosphere from ground level up. And what you're looking for is a divergence or a change in wind direction. So as you're going up, think of this, 10, 20, 30,000, 40,000, whatever, up in height, you see this curl. That means there's strong winds shearing up in the upper atmosphere, meaning they're moving in a different direction. And so, yes, when you get winds that are divergent aloft, that's when you get that twist in the atmosphere. So imagine this twist here is causing a twist in the clouds and the storms, and that's why you could get tornadoes. So this was me, clicking over parts of North Carolina. Here, my relatives live down in South Carolina, so we can look in here to see if the photographs are also showing it. It is not quite as a pretty curve there, but still you get that curving look. And even all the way up here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see curving. That doesn't mean that we are in the warmer sector that we can maximize on that, but even here, I suspect maybe some curvature to it. Yep, there is some. Not quite as dramatic where it goes up and does this. It's a little more of a smaller twist, but there is still some twist in the atmosphere. That's why I said there could be some supercells or rotating thunderstorms this afternoon. So something to watch out for. So let's see what happens later in the day. Sorry, I went into with the forecast. Way too much discussion, but more geekiness here from my side of the world of things. So, as these initial storms come through, not too much is going on, but more storms later. Do we have twisting later in the afternoon? Again, we're looking at that. Yes, we do. This is actually pretty pronounced here. This is why I think we will have circulating or rotating thunderstorms. We will have to watch. I don't know if we'll get into the worse or the more severe weather, and it's mainly because the instability that we need to, capitalize on this, if you were going to want a tornado, it's not high enough for us to get that curvature to the clouds. So we won't have really strong thunderstorms building up into the atmosphere. But I do think we'll have rotating thunderstorms today based on what I'm seeing here from the models. Let's see what the HRRR shows really quick. Another thing you're looking for potential tornadoes is discrete cells or potentially kinks in what we call a linear line of thunderstorms. I don't really see many kinks here or individual cells, but let's just see what the upper atmosphere is looking like. Yeah, we got curvature for sure, even later this morning. So that does show the potential for some turning of thunderstorms. So some rotation is possible. So it is something we're going to have to watch out for today. Isolated tornado, not out of the question, just based on the look of the upper atmosphere. And this is later in the day when I said there could be some, hail-driven storms. Again, just in the hodograph, again, looking for the curvature. Definitely there, a little bit different in looks, and that has to do with just the way that things are working with the temperatures and stuff. I don't really foresee this being a true possibility, but I definitely could see some hail out of these for sure, just because of the way the atmosphere looks up here. You see these divergence in the temperatures and stuff. That definitely shows cold pools aloft. Not that I'm trying to get into all the details and stuff, but the cool air above us could help for some low-end hail. All right, y'all. That was a long discussion talking about the potential for severe weather. Hope you learned something out of it if you watched the whole thing. So it looks like we'll have a line around noon to about 1 p.m. that could be really gusty with winds, heavy rain. We need the rain, so it'll be good. Just stinks it would come all at one time. Then later this evening, we'll look for potential some storms come through, and those could bring some hail. Again, some more gusty winds to watch out for. And then we'll cool down for tomorrow and be really windy. All right, so that's all I have. Hopefully, you didn't get too bored. been a lookout for the potential for severe weather in the Mid-Atlantic and especially for Loudoun County. Have a good one.